Hello everyone, and welcome to Friday Message. I am the vine, you are the branches, and all who live in me will bear great fruit. The vine and the branches in this Sunday's Gospel, from the Gospel of John in the 15th chapter, Jesus says, I am the vine, you are the branches. And when I heard that, when I reflected on that gospel passage for this week, I thought of the vine and all of the branches in our backyard at our house in Duluth. We had a fence and there was a large vine and the branches clung to this fence. And every year, in order to keep it from becoming overgrown, I would go in and start pulling at the branches on the vine to trim some of them off. And the thing that I was always struck by was how intertwined and interconnected all of those branches are, and what it takes to pull them off and trace them back to the source. What a marvelous image that Jesus gives us of the power of community, of being intertwined and interconnected to each other and connected to the life source. Connected to the life source, Jesus the vine. Another example that I think of with that are the great sequoia trees out in California. We visited there a couple years ago and we're going through the sequoia forest, and the person that was giving the tour was saying how these huge trees, some of them hundreds of feet high and 10 feet around at the base, have a relatively shallow root system. And it's a marvel that all of that tree is able to stay upright until you remember that they are connected one to another. Their roots are intertwined with each other, and literally they hold each other up. These families of trees, they even talk about them as being tree families. Their roots are intertwined and they hold each other up. What a powerful metaphor for community, those sequoias. What a powerful metaphor for community, the branches on the vine, interconnected, intertwined, connected to the vine itself, the life source, Jesus. Has me thinking about communities that I have been a part of along the way, from the time I was a little boy, growing up in a family community, growing up in a church community where I was intertwined and interconnected with others. Makes me think of a religious community that I was a part of in high school, and marvelous camp communities that I have been a part of along the way. Our lives intertwined, interconnected, and connected to the vine, connected to the source, the power and the love of God. In the first church that I served as an Episcopal priest, there was a halfway house in the neighborhood. And every once in a while, a man from the halfway house would peek in and come to church. These were men that had been in prison that were making their way out. And I'll never forget, one man came consistently for a while, and he used to come up to receive communion, and he would kneel down at the communion rail next to one of the most marvelous saintly women that I have ever met. And I remember going to distribute communion and seeing the convicted felon next to the living saint, and thinking that I had received a glimpse of the kingdom of God in that moment. These two very different people, very different stories, very different paths in life, drawn together by the love of God, in communion with God and each other. That is the power of community. When we are connected one to another, sometimes connected to people very different than we are, with very different views, very different outlooks, very different backgrounds and experiences, very different stories. But we are connected to each other and to the source of life and love, Jesus Christ. I am the vine, you are the branches. All who live in me will bear great fruit. Just one announcement to bring you up to speed on. This is very exciting. Our Angels on the Go project is ready to launch. We have angels who are willing to come and to help out. If you are in need of a small repair project in your home, if you're in need of having something picked up at the pharmacy or the grocery store, if you have a house project like some yard work that you are not able to do, you can contact one of our angels on the go here at St. Michael's, and they'll come over and they will help you out with small projects in your home or in your yard, or things like doing a pickup of something that you might need. So there are more details about our Angels on the Go, about how to get in contact with them, in this Friday brief. So check that out, and a big thank you to all of those who have worked on this project, putting it together, and all of those who are willing to serve as Angels on the Go. Be safe and well, and God bless you.